Welcome back, ninth inning. First, Cotuit is going to have an opportunity to jump back out to the lead after Michael Burns surrendered the 2-1 lead for Cotuit in the 8th inning to an RBI single from Jake Anchia. His 19th run batted in this season. That leads the Gatemen. John Martellini, the catcher, the lead off against a new pitcher for the Gatemen. It's Brett Canine. Pitch fouled away by Martellini. Canine mentioned earlier that he was tied for 6th in the entire country with 15 saves this season at Cal State Fullerton. He's been really good this year. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to the second baseman, Duran. Tough hop, and it gets by him into right field. We'll see how they score it, but Martellini's on first. They call it an E4 on Martellini, or excuse me, on Duran. Martellini, the runner. The third error for the Gatemen. The first, Cotuit capitalized. The second, they didn't. They had a runner on third because of an E7. First pitch coming into Chandler Avant. Fouled off the chest of McIver on a bunt attempt, 0-1. Avant's 0 for 3. But he's 4 for 8 today because he was 4 for 5 this morning against Hyannis. McIver walks out to visit Brett Canine, and Canine signals something to Kyle Kasser, or excuse me, Ben Baird at shortstop. Canine has 3 saves this season, a 1.13 ERA. For number 24. Showing bunt again. This one's going to roll foul. Balanced on the grass there and then just rolled into the stone dust baseline, or base path. The base line here does not run through the base path. 0-2. 8 innings pitched so far for Canine. He's given up 1 earned run, 17 strikeouts in 1 walk.
Dominant.
Absolutely. That will be a strikeout to walk ratio of 17.00. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chandler Avant chases a fastball up at the shoulders. 1 out in the 9th. That strikeout brought to you by the law offices of Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard.
As it always is.
It always is. Never not. 6 strikeouts today brought to you by them here in the 9th inning. The batter, Luke Alexander from Mississippi State, takes a ball up high, 1-0. Righty batter against the righty Brett Canine. Lined out to left field. It's going to drop in front of John Topa for a base hit. The first hit of the inning off Brett Canine, and an error allows John Martellini to be on second base right now. First and second, 1 out with Canine on the hill.
Still a chance for a double play ball here. But a tough hitter coming up. Zach Cohn is 1 for 2 with a run scored, a walk, a single.
Attention, please. A pinch hitter for the
pinch hitter, of course.
Now batting number 6, Taryn Vavra.
So it's Taryn Vavra to replace Zach Cohn in the lineup in the 9-hole. And just so if you want to know how good Vavra has been today, he was 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in against the Harbor Hawks this morning. Vavra out of the University of Minnesota. And Canine dealing against the Golden Gopher in Vavra. Righty match up against a lefty batter. First pitch is a breaking ball that floats in there for a strike, 0-1. Vavra hit .308 for the Golden Gophers this season, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in 50 games. Scored 36 runs. The Menomonee, Wisconsin native. 0-1. Just outside, 1-1 from Canine. Menomonee, Wisconsin is just to the west of Eau Claire, which is out near the Minnesota border. That pitch is somewhere 2-1.
Crowd does not like it.
I don't know where it missed, but home plate umpire Vicente Alexander Medina says it missed somewhere. 2-1 the count. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Martellini on second. Not a threat to go. Runner on first, Luke Alexander. Here's a 2-1. Grounded to the shortstop, Ben Baer. Goes to second to Duran for 1. On to first. In time. 6-4-3 double play, and the Gatemen get out of the inning. They have a chance to walk it off in the bottom half of the ninth. It's been a good one today between the Kettleers and the Gatemen. Let's see if they can have a miraculous finish to this one on the Gatemen Baseball Network. The night of Michael Byrne is over. Goes 2 2/3, gives up 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit by pitch in his night. First earned run allowed by him this year, and this is his 6th appearance with the Kettleers. The new pitcher is Kyle Kemp. He's a righty, and he's facing a lefty in Blake Sable. The first pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1. Kyle Kemp from Lipscomb University. That's in Nashville, Tennessee. 5.02 ERA this year with Lipscomb. 17 appearances, 262 opposing batting average. Here's the 0-1. Fouled straight back towards my head, 0-2. Number 46 in red, Kyle Kemp from Port Charlotte, Florida. 10 games this year, has a 6.14 ERA. He's walked 15 batters this season and has struck out 15.
Wow.
So something he's got to work on is control completely. But he's ahead 0-2 on Sable, who's 0-3 with 2 strikeouts today. Here's the 0-2, slow delivery. Poked out opposite field and foul, out of play. Sable has 2 home runs this season. None here at Spillane Field. 8 runs batted in for Sable. Looking for his 20th hit of the season.
1 home run at McKeon Park against the Harbor Hawks. 1 at the Gov versus the Commodores, both to right field.
He's the only player on the Gatemen roster with a double, triple, and home run this season. Here's the 0-2, outside.
It's a nice
1 and
stat.
2. It is. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything because triples are so hard to come by. You just got to hit the ball right in the right spot, and you have to have some speed. Lefty, Blake Sable in the box, trying to lead off a big inning. 1-2, fouled away, staying alive. Breaking ball inside part of the plate. Grounds it foul towards Sean Callahan with that monstrous beard over there at first base.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he couldn't. Swings on it, inside, breaking ball. But he fights it off and see what he can do here with the 1-2.
1-2 upcoming. Driven out to deep right field, but foul. If that one was fair,
wow,
the Gatemen would have been dancing at home plate, but he was just ahead of it. He has some power. We've seen it before. Here's the 1-2, low, 2-2. This one's fouled straight back by Sable. He's working a nice count here on the new pitcher, Kyle Kemp. And it's always good. New pitcher, work up the count quickly. Two-two. Swing and a miss. Blake Sable chases that one outside the strike zone. And the first strikeout for Kyle Kemp on the first batter he sees. And here's Ben Baird. Baird's 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a line out. 1 out in the ninth. Left righty batter, righty pitcher. Baird, the shortstop, pops it up in the infield, waving off everyone, the third baseman, John Cresto, when he makes the play. We saw Vavra pinch hit in the top half for the third baseman, Zach Cohn, and now John Cresto comes in to play defense. And Baird pops out to him, 2 down. Stephen Kwan's up.
Gatemen are 2-1-1 in extra inning ball games this year. So if it goes to that, that's the record.
With the tie, of course, coming against Falmouth down at Go Fuller Field. Here comes Mike Roberts out to the mound.
One thing he cannot do here is labor on the time of this game so that the lighting is an issue. There are lights here at Spillane Field, so his mound visits are strictly to talk to his team, not to waste time. Notorious for doing so.
Father, of course, of an MLB Baltimore Oriole legend, Brian Roberts. Played about 40 years with the Orioles, I believe. At least it seemed that way.
Second baseman primarily. And again, we've talked about it before. Him and Jeff Conine are very, very good friends. That's how the Roberts and the Conine family know each other. That's why Griffin Conine is playing for the Kettleers, because of that connection.
And maybe brought some of his Duke teammates with him to Katuitt, such as Mitch Stallings, the pitcher, and, of course, Zach Cohn, the third baseman. 2 out in the ninth. Stephen Kwan trying to extend the game before it makes its potentially inevitable run to extra innings. First pitch is low to Kwan. 1-0. At Spillane Field, there has been 2 extra inning ball games. 1-0. Outside, corner, strike 1.
And 2 wins.
Kwan, a lefty against the righty. He's 1 for 3 today with a walk as well, a strikeout and a ground out. Stepping off is Kyle Kemp. The Lipscomb product stares down Kwan. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. Gatemen trying to extend this ninth inning before Katuitt will have an opportunity in the 10th. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. And for Katuitt, they've already played 9 innings before today, so before this game, this morning against Hyannis, so you know, extra innings for them is just
taxing.
Kind of it's rough. I mean, salt on the wound, I guess, to head into extras. Here's the 3-1. Outside, Stephen Kwan's going to head down to first base with a 2-out walk. And the game-winning run is on base.
And Robbie Metz coming up to the plate. He was your player of the game when he walked it off versus the Chatham Anglers.
A classic one here at Spillane.
One that will live on in Gateman history forever.
Yeah, I mean, a pitcher's duel to the end, 0-0 into the extras. Awesome stuff on that one. This one's tied at 2. The righty, Robbie Metz, swings and misses at a high fastball, 0-1. Metz has found himself a home in right field. Usually was a middle infielder / third baseman.
He's had to.
And then the Gatemen found themselves with 2 outfielders left after Tristan Pompey had to leave due to an injury. Tanner Dodson no longer available to play outfield, and Nick Angelini exits as well. Pickoff attempt at first. Kwan dives back. Big situation for Kwan to maybe try to steal second, get into scoring position with 2 outs in the 9th. Although you don't want to end this game on a stolen bait, on a caught stealing, so it's really a
tough decision.
It's a tough decision for the base coaches and for Don Sneddon. Here's the 0-1, fouled away by Metz, 0-2.
Man, I can't believe Blake Sable was feet away from ending this ball game with the jack.
Not quite, though. 0-2 on Metz, the George Washington Colonial from the Atlantic 10 Conference. Of course, known for its basketball. Here's the 0-2. Lined into right field. Drops for a base hit down the line. Kwan rounds second. He's heading for third. He's going to round third and head for home. Here's the throw. Here's the play. Not in time. The Gatemen win. A walk-off double for Robbie Metz. The hero again. How about that? Captain Clutch, Robbie Metz.
Captain Clutch, yes, sir. 2 for 2 in walk-offs. Robbie Metz.
And that, 2 outs, runner on first, double down the line. That's basically the only way that you can get Kwan across in that situation. And he does it. Wow. Opposite field again. Basically the same exact play.
Oppo Taco.
And the Gatemen celebrate out in center field.
That's fun. That's fun baseball. You go on the 7-game losing streak. You win 2 games in a row. Zavalis pitches really well. No earned runs. Just the error on Ben Bear lets up those early 2 runs. Wareham is coming back in this thing, baby.
No earned runs for the Gatemen allowed today. And on a more personal note, this was my last home game here on the Gatemen Baseball Network as play-by-play, and what a way to end it. I mean, pretty incredible. Walk-off stuff. That's awesome. And what a performance by Noah Zavalis, Grant Wolfram, and then finishing the deal, Brett Canine. Great pitching from the Gatemen. They give up no earned runs today after a pretty stellar performance yesterday by Aaron Hernandez late in that game. We thank you for joining us for today's broadcast of Wareham Gatemen Baseball on the Gatemen Baseball Network. The general manager of the Wareham Gatemen is Andrew Lang. The producers of today's broadcast, Nick Veronesi and Matt Weaselthayer. Our sideline reporter, Claudia Chikamian. Thanks to our beat writer, Matthew Feld. Our host, Connor Federico. Our PA announcer, Dan Diaz. Our music operator, Larry, of course. Our scorekeeper, who is new to the press box today. The next broadcast of Wareham Gatemen Baseball will be tomorrow, as the Wareham Gatemen are going to take on the Falmouth Commodores right here at Spillane Field, the last meeting between those West Division rivals. That game is at 6:30, and it will begin with the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. It's 30 minutes prior at 6 p.m. For Jacob Toby, I'm Sam Corman. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's exhilarating broadcast of Wareham Gatemen Baseball on the Gatemen Baseball Network.